So before we get too deep into this video, let's start off things by saying I don't hate PlayStation. I could see Xbox Lost PlayStation 1, who is a guy who likes to visit us on the Spawncast in the comments section and give donations with some very questionable video game takes, getting very mad at this video. And he's my friend, even though he doesn't come to my streams and donate. He only donates to Spawn Wave. He's a friend, you know, he watches the stuff, so I can't hate the guy, but I could see him getting very mad at this whole video. And I don't hate PlayStation. I'm not a fan of Jim Ryan. I mean, I've made that perfectly clear. I don't like Jim Ryan because he talks out one side of his mouth and then does something completely different. We believe in console generations. No, you don't. You're putting all your stuff on the PlayStation 4 still. Stop it. That's a lie. That's a lie. But beyond that, I love the PlayStation lineage. I love the PlayStation brand, and they've made some phenomenal games. There's been some phenomenal systems on there as well. And one of the things I was very highly speaking of was, of course, the new PlayStation Plus subscription service, where they kind of made something similar to Game Pass, I guess you would say. I don't think it's quite as in-depth as Game Pass or anything like that, but there was a lot of potential with it. When it first came out, I was very positive about it. I made a video on it. Go watch that video if you haven't seen that video yet. And I was very excited for the future of this service because that's sort of what this whole thing is contingent on. Obviously, you're going to be getting games added to the service from the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, but to me, the exciting stuff was the stuff from the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, and the PSP. Yes, the PlayStation 3 stuff is not natively done on the system. It is via streaming, but in my video, I checked it out, and honestly, it worked pretty well for me, and I was in the basement, and my router's upstairs, so if there was going to be any problems, I think it would have arisen with that. But there has been a problem with this, especially on the retro side of things, and it's kind of similar to what you see Nintendo do with some of the NES and the SNES games when they add them to the service. The games suck. These are not desirable. These are not games that really resonate with you as far as being classic games are concerned. You might get one decent one. But beyond that, it's just a bunch of crap. And you're having 4 different systems to choose from here, especially the PlayStation 2, which so many people have fond memories of. And it's like you completely forgot that this existed. Now, PlayStation did just announce what was going to be the September games for PlayStation Plus. There's a lot of good stuff here, but none of it is really retro stuff. And that's what's really pissing me off about this service. All right, so here's the new stuff that's dropping in September. This is coming to us from the official PlayStation blog with Adam Mitchell. Do you say Michael with that, or do you just say Mitchell? I'm going to say Mitchell. And basically, he's saying it's been 2 months since the all-new PlayStation Plus completed its rollout in late June. Blah, blah, blah. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of good games when it comes to the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. If you are an Essential member, which is, of course, the bottom tier, these are the games you'll be getting. Need for Speed Heat, which is actually a fun game. I've played it a lot on my Xbox, which evidently I forgot that I played it until I loaded up a save file, and I was like, oh, I have played this game, and then I sort of remembered it. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus and Toem, a photo adventure. Now, some people are upset because these are the 3 games for a PlayStation Plus Essential. And to that I say, look at what Xbox does, okay? Games with gold is absolute garbage. Nobody does just games with gold anymore. You have to upgrade your stuff. You have to get the better stuff because that's where they're going to put the better games on. They want to make more money. They want to have more people sign up for the service. And by putting the games on at least the extra tier, you know, that's where things get spicy. That's where you get more games for it because it's the extra tier. You're paying extra money. And when it comes to the extra tier, once again, I think they did a very good job here as far as what you are getting with these games. Deathloop, which of course was Sony's big game last year, that was technically an Xbox game that was made by Bethesda. I've never played it, but at this price point, I mean, I'll check it out. Assassin's Creed Origins for the PlayStation 4, Watch Dogs 2, which yeah, it's a game. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and Spiritfarer Farewell Edition. You got some indie stuff here. Chicory Dickory Dock, A Colorful Tale. Some Monster Energy Supercross. If your name is Kyle and you like to drink Monster Energy drinks, you're super excited for that. Alex Kidd and Miracle World DX, which Alex Kidd games, I don't think they were ever that good. Sorry, Sega fans. Rabbids Invasions, the interactive TV show. No. Rayman Legends, classic game here, banger game. And Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So this is all good stuff here. This, if you are an extra member, you know, you are eating good. This is all excellent stuff. You know, some games are better than other games, but you're getting a good variety of stuff here. And that's what it sort of boils down to, in my opinion, is the variety. Now, what about the premium members though? Because I'm a premium member. I want to see what they're also including in the retro side of things. Why am I paying this additional money? I'm paying this additional money to play retro PlayStation games from their lineage of systems. And looking at this games list, it's not the best. Okay, it's not the best. And the problem is this is what we constantly are starting to see with this service, and it's not very welcoming. So these are the games we're getting. Siphon Filter 2. Okay, cool game. I like Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter 1 is kind of a mess. Siphon Filter 2 is better than Siphon Filter 1 in my opinion, but Siphon Filter 3 is the better of the all three of those games. The Sly collection for the PlayStation 3, I don't know. I would have rather have had those games natively, the PlayStation 2 versions of the game. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time for the PlayStation 3. Okay, you know, some PS3 love here. Bentley's Hack Pack. Okay, I'm not even familiar with what this is, but evidently it features 3 of the retro-inspired arcade mini-games from the Sly Cooper Thieves in Time series, so that's cool. Toy Story 3 for the PSP. Help Buzz, Woody, and the rest of the toys ensure no toy gets left behind, and enjoy mini-game. Okay. Kingdoms of Paradise, PSP, and that's it. That's it. So right off the bat, you're noticing something. Where's the PlayStation 2 stuff? Where's the classic PlayStation 1 games? You're getting one PlayStation 1 game. One. With Siphon Filter 2, which is a fine game. It's not the worst game in the world. You're getting a bunch of PS3 stuff that really should have been the PlayStation 2 versions of this, so you don't have to do cloud streaming and stuff. And then you're getting Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 is... What's up with these Toy Story games? They did Toy Story 2 on the PlayStation 1. Are these classic games that everyone remembers? When it comes to Toy Story, I remember the Sega Genesis version of the game and the Super Nintendo version of the game. A fun side-scrolling game with some first-person elements in it, and even like a little Mario Kart style race that you do in it. And then Kingdoms of Paradise, it's not a terrible game. It was a very early sort of action RPG game for the PSP. I remember when it came out, but it came out very early in the system's life cycle. But it's like one PlayStation 1 game, 2 PSP games, one of them which I don't see a lot of nostalgia for, and nothing from the PlayStation 2. You could say, oh, well, the Sly collection is PS3 version of the PlayStation 2. It's not a PlayStation 2 game. Okay, it's not the PlayStation 2 version of the game. So what is going on with this? Are you actually adding in PlayStation 2 games? And if so, where the hell are they? You know, I got this premium tier. I'm paying this extra money to play classic PlayStation titles, and I'm not really seeing the value thus far with it. Yes, you got your initial launch of games, solid. You know, it was solid. There was some good stuff in there, but you have to continue to add good stuff here. You know, I was fine with the PlayStation 1 stuff. The PSP and the PS2 stuff was definitely very limited. You know, War of the Monsters was a game that they already released as an individual title that you could buy on the PlayStation 4. I already had that game, but it's still a fun game. But it's like, I don't quite understand where they're going with this. I don't quite understand what the vision is with this, because there's so many awesome games from that time frame. So many games that are stuck on the PSP. So many games that are stuck on the PlayStation 2. Some games that are even stuck on the PlayStation 1. And yeah, maybe they haven't aged all that gracefully, but I feel like this is what's setting you apart from Game Pass. This is what you need to be focusing on, in my opinion, because you're not going to be able to directly compete with Game Pass. I understand that. Each online service that we've gotten so far, whether it's Game Pass, Nintendo Switch Online, or PlayStation Plus Premium Extra, whatever the hell it is, they need to focus in on their strengths. When it comes to Nintendo, you have your first-party Nintendo titles. You have the ability to get these games that are not going to be available on any platform. Game Pass is going to be your all-encompassing thing. You stuff from the original Xbox all the way up to the Xbox Series X. With PlayStation Plus, I feel like their back catalog is what's going to make it more attractive to get people to sign up for this, because of the fact that you're getting all these awesome games with the extra tier. But why sign up for the premium? Like, I don't get it unless you're a huge Toy Story 3 PSP fan. Are there people out there like that? Is some trendy YouTuber like doing a deep hour-long dive into Toy Story 3 and why its meta is so great and why it's one of the greatest games of all time? I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and I'm kind of worried about it. Like, hopefully between now and the holiday season, Sony sort of rights this ship a little bit and, you know, put some actual bangers on here that people can enjoy. But as of right now, I'm starting to sour on the service a little bit. I feel like we're not getting the amount of quality on the retro side of things. Look, don't get me wrong. All of the PlayStation 4 games and PlayStation 5 games, like I said at the start of this video, very impressive stuff. But just the sort of lack of disrespect for, or the lack of respect, I guess I should say, for the retro stuff. And going back to who I hate in PlayStation with Jim Ryan, he doesn't like classic games. Who wants to play these classic games? I hang out with MVG at the pub. We have some fish and crisps. It's delicious. Like, I don't know, man. I think Sony needs to do better with this, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everyone disagrees with me, and if you do, that's fine. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm just a little bit worried for this. I feel like the retro stuff doesn't even matter. And if the retro stuff doesn't even matter, why am I signed up in that tier? I'm not interested. If you're not giving me the games that I want to play, I'm just not interested in it. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit that bell notification as well. I'm sorry Xbox lost to PlayStation. Don't get mad at me, man. And if you're gonna get mad at me, at least freaking come by my streams and give me some money. Shit. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.